Morning, Josh.
Good morning. How are you two?
Hi.
Good.
Good to
Getting
see you.
some pre-discussion, getting our day going.
With some practice, not practice Zens, but just where we are and where I am, basically. Do you need this line, Josh?
No, not at all. If it's okay, I'm gonna have myself on mute. I need to get our polls ready for
Oh,
today. So you guys just go ahead and keep your discussion going. I'll just be on mute over here.
Right. So,
good.
but April, like I shared that.
Comment?
Yeah. And what it is they're short, the YouTube shorts, but what they are is like positive affirmations. And shorts are only like what, 10, 30, 60 seconds long.
Okay.
And talks about his struggle. And he gives some good advice. It's like, well, you struggle hard to get the CISSP. Imagine how life's going to be without the CISSP.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So, and it's just little things that help me push that little extra.
What you need, you just need to keep pushing forward. Like,
Yeah.
I just feel like I'm doing so much and I see spurts of growth. But now, as of tomorrow, I'm going to start doing 100. So far, I'm doing 50 of all domain. I'm going to start doing 100 questions.
So you made the 80%. So you made the 80%.
I made the 80% this morning.
See?
Yes, I did too. Yes, I was doing. Thank you. But I'm only doing 50 questions, and that's a selective of all domains. But I made 80%. I made it consistently to this morning. Twice I did it. So essentially, I did 100 questions individually, 50, 80%. So I think that's the average of.
Well done. You're breaking through those plateaus. That's hard.
Yeah. So now, I'm gonna stick to my plan. As of Sunday, I'll start doing 100 questions, and then that way I know where I'm at. I know where I'm at. Timing, right? Because I'm like I was telling Josh the last time, stamina is. I don't know what it is. I'm racing against the clock, and I'm grabbing anything, and then I start looking back at my questions that I missed, and I'm like, well, you knew that. Would you even look at it? Said not. You missed that one. So.
What were you thinking? No.
I know, but you gotta get better at this. Can't be doing this on exam, right? So, all right. So I'm gonna start doing 100. When I start getting 80 at 100, at 100 questions, and then I call myself going 300 a day. Then I feel more confident, and then I'm going back to reading the book and listening to the tapes.
And then bump it to 125.
Well, that's the next one, 125.
Because I got 150 questions. So
where? I mean, I was on Learn's app. I'm working on Learn's app.
And I had Pocket Prep, which is still basically the same thing. And I used Pocket Prep for like 2 days. That was it. And see, like that, and that's why I tell people, it's like, don't ask me how I did it, because Sean Hare's book the other day when we were talking was the first time I even opened mine.
Really?
I'm serious.
Sean Harris got the fundamentals. I gotta give it to her. She laid down the fundamentals. Like I like the IC square because I feel like it's more up to date, but not up to date, so to speak. Well, yeah.
They're the ones giving the test, so hopefully they're going to give the correct information of what they want.
I feel like she breaks things down all the way down, and then that way when you get to Sean.
All right.
My mic on the tape highlights things, but you still need to know, and that's the thing about this. There's one thing Josh said that just stuck with me big time. Josh, I need you to be a proponent. I need you to keep saying this to people.
What is that?
You said when it comes to 811.0A or X or whatever, you said there's so many. At least know 4 of them, so then you have a gauge, 4 to 5. So you have a gauge on the ones that it is or it's not. That'll help. And I was like, it's perfect. So I looked at 4 or 5 of them that I really need to drill down on. And that is good because you just can't remember everything.
Oh, there's just way too much. There's more things that are better worth your memorization time and effort that you would actually want to remember long term versus just for the exam.
Right, exactly. Especially if it's in your job wise.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Clifford, what I was saying, a lot of times when you go on these interviews, you're interviewed by CISSP people, right? And they're trying to throw all kind of tricks of the trade at you. Like, well, how would you block a firewall with blah, blah, blah? You know what I mean? Because I've been I work with a lot of different. I work in the field with the cyber architecture
Uh-huh.
scientists and engineers and the the information security officers. And they are hard on these. I recommend people within the company, and they're so hard. I was like, dang, I don't even know that. So be prepared, okay?
So, well, here's the thing. Back in 1999, a company that I was working for, a lot of the developers went over and created their own company. They brought me along with them. That was when I started working on designing the 400-person call center. And I was pretty much the lead tech, and I was doing the interviews. And we hired somebody that was an MCSE, which was a Microsoft certified system engineer. And they ended up giving her a promotion and a raise above me because she had her MCSE. And so then one day I'm sitting there and I'm talking to her. I said, all right, can you go ahead and change that IP on that system? And
Like,
she's like,
what?
well, she didn't know how to change an IP. And I sat here and go, and you got the promotion.
Well,
So
that's sometimes how it goes.
and that's when I got dared to take the A+. So
So I got a question.
okay.
So I'm good with the backups. I'm so good with the backups. I'm surprised. I was afraid of that. I'm good with the 811 dot. I know how to do that. Best way to get the ideal pasta, best way to remember, and there's a SAM, which is a framework of software development. What's the best solution to kind of understand it? It's just so many.
For SDLC?
Yes, for SDLP.
All right. I'd have to go back and read it. SDLC is the one area I've worked in. I don't develop code. I've worked for software companies. I worked for hardware companies. I've been and this is the first time I learned there's a difference between quality assurance and quality control. One's dealing with the hardware product you're putting out. One's dealing with the software you're getting ready to sell.
Okay, there's the software development cycle and
They have different stages also.
and the system development cycle. Is that the same thing?
System development cycle. I would say they're probably pretty close, but I would have to look. Yeah, definitely to give you a more, because like I just expressed, QA and QC, I've always used them interchangeably. However, they do have their specific definitions that go towards certain aspects.
Okay, got you. I will have to check that out. Kerbos, I realize is a Windows based Microsoft, but what about LDAP? LDAP and Kerbos is Microsoft based, correct?
I'm going to say off the top of my head, yes.
Yep. Because I haven't looking at
Lightweight directory, something protocol, access protocol.
Oh, this is what I'm having a problem. I don't know if you noticed this on your exam or not, but it says what, like you understanding the code, like what's the over.
DAST and SAST. Sorry.
What do you mean DAST and SAST?
DAST and SAST.
Yes.
All right. One is the code, which is the raw line by line code. The other one is going to be where the code's actually already been compiled, and then they test it after it's been compiled. That's the main difference between the DAST and the SAST.
Wait a minute. SAST is
you're gonna
static application security testing.
Oh,
and the other
that's where the flip-flop is with the static application testing
versus
that's the
dynamic
flip-flop versus the dynamic. Okay, but the quicker one is the static. Believe it or not, that's the one that I wrote. That's kind of automated. Dynamic is automated. All right, flip-flop. I remember writing that down. Okay.
And when you have, and this might be a cheat, what I've come to do is like I'll learn one really good and have it like concrete, and then I realize if it doesn't meet these parameters, it's the other one.
I've been doing that too. That makes sense. That's another really good catch to like. I've been doing that with due diligence and due care. Oh my goodness! I just said, let me just figure out one of them. Whichever it's not, it's because that's been killing me along the way.
And it was one of those definitions that I struggled with.
Yeah, I got that down packed now. I think I have that down packed for the most part. But that's one of those things I've been doing where if it's not one, know one real well, and then hey, if it comes up something, it's the other. So I don't know. That's it. I have to. I have a 9:30 call for work. I have to jump on. So
You'll be back?
I have a 9:30. I have a 10:30, and then I have 11:30. So I have a back.
Oh, is that what you were expressing in the text? All right.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, I can get on right now, but then I gotta jump off because I had all these calls back to back.
Well, glad we got to see you for a little bit this morning, April. Thanks for coming by.
Yep. Well, listen, guys, nice talking to you guys. I'm gonna jump on this call. I'm already logged on, and
Glad I could help, April.
yeah, and it's this classes study group tonight, right?
Say that again, April.
Is it a study group tonight? First?
Not this
Right
evening.
now.
Right now we have the study session. Tuesday evenings is when we have it. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, hopefully, if no, I can't do it. I was gonna try and squeeze back, but maybe next time. I'll see you next week.
All right.
All right.
Tuesday.
Have a good one, guys. All
Cool.
right.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Sarah, good morning. Good to see you. Sandra, love to have you here again. Chris, Josh, like maybe you and I met to the session once before.
Yeah, I had to miss the last week, but I was there the one before.
Okay, that's what it is. Yeah, well, welcome. Glad to have you back here. We'll give people a couple more minutes to join.